Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Command WWII, World at War. This episode is sponsored to you by Pumnoral. Let's continue where we left off. I do have to reorient myself a little bit, so I don't think I've done a whole lot, but what I do remember is that we're getting our asses smacked over here. And I don't like it one bit, so unfortunately, well, we need the Africa Corps basically down there, and we need some other German forces to move down as well. So let's start by sending those guys down together with an HQ. We do have the Rommel HQ, but that doesn't count. So we can only do this by a regular transport and not by amphibious transport. Either way, it means for the most part that it's probably best to just withdraw these Italian forces and start getting the German ones in. But I do want to keep this unit at Gabe's at the very least, so they don't actually take that over. Let's move out of Tripoli for now, because we need to accommodate the forces that are going to come here as well. And I probably cannot ship these guys already. No. Let's send some armored units there as well. So we'll ship these two next turn. And the rest of these guys cannot actually be shipped yet. I have to make sure that I do send all of the Africa Corps units as well. So let's get to work on that. They cannot actually make it all the way there, so I'm gonna have to be careful. But well, I have reasonably good feeling that we can send them. Because I'm missing 2 hexes. If I can keep the Brook, I can actually land there. That would be the best possible outcome. But we'll see whether that'll be possible. I can only send so many forces each turn, so it'll take a couple of turns before I actually get to send all of them properly. There's a port here, so let's make use of it. So then the question is, which of these units do I want to send? I think I want to send the tanks, and the artillery can come later. That's the way I see it. So paratroopers cannot get all the way there. I don't need to take Ajaccio, but yeah, let's hope that the German units will suit a little bit better against these French over here. They're not doing super well, so maybe it won't be that bad. I would have to strategically transport or operate, is the correct word, operate these guys as well. They do have a bomber, so it's probably useful to also send a fighter at least. I mean, I have 2 fighters here now. I should probably have a third, but that's currently going to operate around here. Especially since I do want to start invading Yugoslavia from the next turn. I do also need to do a bunch of repairs and or upgrades. Yeah, let's start by just reinforcing a few of these, and if they're already fit for moving, then I'll just send them over by extended movement in this case, because I don't want to waste any points. Because I have plenty to repair and reinforce anyway. Like, it's gonna cost a lot regardless, so Like, for example, I can't really do anything with these tanks except... yeah, let's reinforce them for a little bit and then we'll be out of points. You cannot move. But I do think I have the most important bases covered, at least when it comes to partisans. I have a unit here and a unit here. I do remember that generally once you've beaten France, you'll get some... I actually don't know whether you'll get some extra units there, but we'll see. Anyway, it'll be useful to have an air force around here as well once we start invading both Yugoslavia and Greece. Of course, I cannot do Greece yet. I do have some transports for these guys as well, but they would have to go all the way around. Not too sure whether I'm okay with that, actually. Especially since they probably don't have that much going against the Greek forces anyway, so I might just as well send the Germans. Although, also for that, I'm a bit light on points. Unsupplied. It's not attached to an HQ, huh? So I do need the Africa Corps in order to help out here against that. Most important is to hold the Brook, basically. If I can hold on to that, I'll be in a pretty reasonable position at least. Yeah, definitely not attacking this turn, but I can see myself doing some stuff next turn actually. Maybe. Not really too sure what their range is going to be, but we'll figure it out eventually. These guys just need to repair, but I don't have the MPP for that. I do have a bunch of guys. Let's put you here too. I'm gonna shift in some garrisons once I have the points to buy that, but yeah, not now. Well, you're dead. Yep. You're dead. And I guess you as well. Okay. I mean, I also... it is raining, but sending this out, it will just not do a whole lot. I want to. It's okay. Basically, I have to hope that they will not actually see these. But they might very well. At least I got a destroyer. For whatever that's worth. Probably not too much. Well, they'll be busy with submarines, so might not be too bad. Alright. This at least should hopefully delay the enemy for a little bit. It seems like I can get in there. So let's switch these up. And then I'll send the garrison over to Khartoum in the case that they might try to go down or something. Not really sure. I mean, I would say that Abyssinia is, yeah, they're gonna fall. That's basically it, so. The rest of the Italians, so I could send you guys over, and that's probably a good idea. Regardless, let's just send them over here, why not? Let's just act as if we actually have a chance to invade Greece, and well, I actually do need to get Belgrade with an Italian corps because I do want to boost their MPPs in that sense. Let's switch over to the Japanese here. So, having a regular corps there, not too useful. What I do need to do is Actually reinforce a bunch of these guys. I'm surprised they only get 4 supply. Alright, 5 supply will be next turn. So even though my units are already at pretty low strength, it's probably still important. Like, I just really want to smash their armies. And I definitely think it's worth it. Even if that means that I'm not going to improve my actual position. I think that it is certainly quite beneficial here. So, since I'm not going to attack any of these other armies because I cannot destroy them. I have to say I'm actually a bit surprised that these guys are only at 5. It's because Nanchang is also doing pretty poorly. Why is that? Partisans, huh? Alright, that's unfortunate. So they will have to rebuild as well. They get to reinforce back up to 10 though. Unless you have a very great attack, which they don't. I'd rather reinforce these guys first before making them attack again. I think the situation here is decent enough that I can actually do that. Most worried, well, not worried. I mean, I'm pressing towards these mines here in Kaichao there. Definitely looking to attack the fighter on a turn like this because it deals most MPP damage. So then they will not be super likely to repair it, maybe even, or just not buy any additional troops. That would be great too. So supposedly I don't really need these guys in these transports, but because we are going to get Indochina by event, supposedly anyway. But I'll just keep them in there then. For safekeeping, I guess for later. Let's actually start looking at the research first though for Japan before we invest into any of our units. We do have 203 available, maximum reach is 2000, so we do have these at 2, both of them. Amphibious warfare is already at 2, so that's okay. We don't need armored warfare yet. Anti-aircraft, anti-submarine warfare would still be pretty important, I guess. Artillery, advanced subs, not so much. Long-range aircraft, of course, is also important. Naval weaponry is being researched. Heavy bombers, not too important. Advanced fighters is, but we're already investing. And infantry weapons. So let's go for those long-range aircraft. I do think, you know, that will help our submarine, our carriers eventually. So I am all for that. With that said and done, I do think we are mostly in the green here. Not really much I can do with the Japanese at this point, so there is Africa. Took care of that. Then we're poised to strike towards Yugoslavia, and we're starting to clear up in France, preparing the units, etc., etc. Very well. We do have this HQ, which is the Von Lieb HQ. Let's just send him already to Armed Group North. Like, start working on that soon. I only have these 4 guys and potentially the tanks. If I'm not repairing the tanks now, I might just start moving them. It would be a waste just to keep them there. Same for the HQ. I can never get them all the way there before Barbarossa, but I can still move them to the city there. Destroy for base agreement. They get a bunch more. Hungary 5% more into the Axis. Sure. Rocket weapons. Okay. Now, production technology level 3. That's what I'm talking about. So hopefully we can make France fall relatively quickly, because we will plunder a bunch of MPP from them. Probably like 1,000 or more. Because we'll get into the entirety of France. Thank you. Still alive. And they spend a bunch of destroyers. So they're moving that out. Not too problematic. We destroyed another army in China, especially in the south. Like, they can reinforce up here, but that's just a stalemate no matter how many forces they jam in there. Whereas, you know, south is where all the action's happening, really. I need to clear this road towards Chongqing. Yeah, I'm not too happy about the situation in... that's just called Western North Africa. Ooh, tanks, huh? That's why I need the Africa Corps. Wow. Some serious damage for units which personally I think should not get any supply, but we'll see how long we can hold out in Addis Ababa. They're even transporting troops there. Wow. I wonder if it has to do with Sudan. Oh yeah, okay, so Hungary is gonna join. Or at least they should, then on the next turn. If they're preparing for war, they're gonna join next turn. There we are. Alright, let's deal with Japan first. So once again, let's see if I get to move now. Actually, I prefer moving here over direct attack, especially since I can destroy them regardless. Now, at this point, there are a lot of units that can actually move in here. But that did go quite well. So they also have a bunch of units in here. They get their supplies, I guess, from over this side. How is their supply? It's not very good. How is mobilization on the Japanese, though? Because mobility, we're not super far yet. Alright. That also should allow me to move a bit more easily here. If, yeah, you're connected to those guys, let's just reinforce them first. They can go in here if they want. I don't think they have the MPP to do such a thing. Okay, well that actually went pretty well, regardless. So, I'm not complaining. But I also cannot move here. Interesting that they actually deal damage back as well, but this does lower its readiness and morale. Okay, so I won't be able to destroy it. But since I'm getting more MPP, it's still a better trade-off for me to attack, even if they are going to repair it. I don't really like the damage on these guys, but well, we'll see how that unfolds. Look, we're already doing much better than historically, technically, so I'm not really complaining too much, and I'm actually pretty close to taking 20 MPP from the Chinese, which is an insane amount. Let's take a look at that research again. So we are going for long-range aircraft. I could put that to 4. And I believe that for these guys, for the carriers, it's advanced fighters, naval weaponry, and long-range aircraft. But I can no longer research advanced fighters, so only long-range aircraft is important here. And let's also... Oh, I already have maximum funding, right. Alright, so then I guess it's all about upgrading for now. Let's work on it. Now, long-range aircraft does mean that they have a better escort range. It's interesting that these guys have anti-submarine warfare. I would not have imagined that. There we go. So these carriers are maximum upgraded, and I guess I can upgrade this army, and the core we can no longer upgrade. Okay, now down here, I mean their supply is really bad, so I was really hoping to be able to hold out, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, ouch. Well, guys, I will get those Italians out of there and bring in the Germans. Without an HQ, the attack is not too amazing yet. But let's send him over there. It's not going amazing when both of your attacks are bad rolls. Wow. Sweet. Okay. I get it, game. I get it. Well, let's also get the tanks rolling, and yeah, I still don't have a fighter, but there's nothing I can do against that. So I guess this is what we'll have to make do with. Cannot bomb this turn. In that regard, it is oof, I can't even send these guys over to Africa. But I did hold Tobruk, so well, since I cannot send Rommel either, because I don't have any transports. The question is, how handy is it that they... will arrive down here near Tobruk. I think for now then they might be better off at Benghazi. And I'll just reinforce some of these guys. So it's probably profitable to already start declaring war on Yugoslavia for now, I would say. I mean, Hungary will join next turn, and we do need the time anyway, so we might just as well do it. I need to do it at diplomacy. So Yugoslavia, declare war. Greece signs a defensive pact with the UK. Sure. But I mean, the Italians are already at war anyway. It doesn't matter. I mean, I cannot bomb them. So in that sense, it might be a bit tricky actually. Is this the... Oh, no, both of these are fine. Okay, so they do get to attack, but I can't. What an embarrassment! What an embarrassment! I was so sure that this was also a hex into which I could move. Well, I don't think I can actually hit the infantry this way. No, it does not look like it. So, why can you not bomb them, but you can? That is a bit strange to me. You're not in range, so it's not that. But, well, never mind the attack. Those are Africa Corps, so they will not be movable. And it's just so jammed in here because of the transport problem. Since I don't have any transports, it is not going amazing. The fact that these remained at 1 also does not help me get further in there. It might take a while actually this way. Well, as for these guys, I have plenty of upgrading potential in the form of mobility at least, which I still think for armies is going to be quite useful. So I guess we'll just kind of have to do that. And 5th Panzer tanks. Well, you can be the first guys to join Army Group North. There we go. So I didn't lose that much, luckily, over here, but I cannot actually go and attack, so... there is no way I can beat that sub. No. I have no way of dealing damage to it. And I also have no way to get through the canal, so... I will keep you here and move you back. I actually made it out to open sea. I'm fairly surprised they did. Yeah, that's good though. I'm quite happy about it. Yeah, you cannot actually take any of these, so I'm fine over here, or at least I can't do a whole lot extra in Africa, but we're working on it. Seems like they have their defenses all set up there over here already, so they have the engineers working there. Yeah, we'll see. Just can't believe they're sending even more core there. I'll wrap things up in the next episode, and that's also when I will ship it back to the enemy. For now though, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And, well, we can actually do one more thing. So, Dubrovnik gives 0, and this also gives 0. Maybe I can go in here first, and then, no. Alright then. Look, we're gonna move on to Belgrade from different positions, and I know that the Yugoslavians can definitely stop the Italians, but they cannot stop the Germans from there. It will go fast enough anyway. I'm not too worried. Yeah, so this episode was sponsored by my Patreon supporters, Boomnerau, Tilly'sFan555, Mandingo, Tomislav Trin, and Swords. Take care, everybody, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.